The Clemson offense heading out for their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. They'll try the left side. Jewell, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now Cooper looks to throw.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of the
through an opening, and there he goes. And he will take this in for a Clemson touchdown.
Well, since we don't have a rooting interest in this one, neither one of us wanted to see this one get out of hand too early. Here we are in the first quarter. That was an important response for them to score, already down 21.
No problem there on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So after the touchdown, Clemson back out there to kick this thing away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Miami offense ready to go for their next possession. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Well, Charles, so much of this offense the last few years centering around the combination of Marcus Washington and Isaiah Streets. Streets saying Washington's like a second brother to him. And, of course, many know the story. Isaiah's older brother, Ezekiel, tremendous athlete in his own right, but lost too soon to leukemia a year ago next week at the age of 20.
And that is really a gut-wrenching story, as you know. And you look back at their high school days right here in Texas, just outside of Houston. Zeke was the star quarterback, a 4-year starter, 8,000 passing yards. He was the receiver. The two of them told recruiters, you know we're a package deal, so if you're coming to get us, you're getting both of us. And Zeke actually recruited by both of these teams playing here tonight.
And the two had dreams of playing for a national championship together, and now Isaiah with a chance to fulfill at least part of that dream. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The Hurricanes, of course, a 3-time national champion back in the 80s, 83, 87, 89. They then added 2 more for good measure in 91 and 2001, but they haven't held that trophy since.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Again, the underlying story here, no snaps in 4 years. It seems kind of hard to believe. You almost wonder if there's some type of lingering animosity between quarterback and coach, because there certainly have been a few of those 56-7 type games over the last few years, but much like the Patriots in the NFL, where you see Tom Brady take almost every snap, even at his age, that was the case with Marcus Washington.
Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up another 15 against your squad.
Eluding the pressure right. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Stephen McNichols with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Hurricanes add on to their advantage. Well, for anyone out there who was worried about how this quarterback would fare, he has proven all the doubters wrong. That is now 4 first-half touchdown passes. Just sensational. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Clemson offense here set to take over. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. There, no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
On 1st and 10, Cooper. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. On third down, Jewell. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect the pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Clemson now with a 1st and 10. Cooper now. From the gun, he'll throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Cooper will look to throw it, and he will score. Touchdown Clemson. DeMarcus Sowell with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, but they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. This is fielded at the goal line.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll drop the throw. There's so much made about the fact that we've got a quarterback who's never seen the field in a college football game. But if you go back to his high school days, he's played in front of crowds. Maybe not quite this size, but it wasn't abnormal for them to have 15,000, 20,000 people in the stands at his high school games. And the numbers from his senior year as a prepster, impressive. Led his team to a 14-0 record.
Okay. Just checking in with you. How'd you feel about the first half?
That's how we play. Let's go.
A great first half. We keep doing what we're doing, we might win this thing.
There's a lot of we's in that sentence. It's a good thing to recognize your teammates, but you remember, you're leading the charge tonight, all right? So get out there and let's put this thing away. Second half. Let's go.
Hey,
Coach,
really good job out there in the first half. I should have trusted you more. That's on me.
that's right. You should have trusted me. That's why you recruited me.
Well, I can't change the past. So, let's go finish this thing off in the second half. As a team.
Thanks, Coach.
The winner goes on, the loser goes home as we start the second half in this semifinal matchup from Arlington. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Clemson offense heading out for their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards there and a first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Well, I tell you what, that doesn't look like the throw of a guy who's never played college football. And, yeah, you think about it, part of the reason you have to remember, and he will score. It's a touchdown from 17 yards out. And the Hurricanes add on to their advantage. The quarterback run has eaten him up all game long, and there he goes again, this time into the end zone.
And what I like about what I'm seeing, absolutely running almost with impunity. He's not worried about his body. He's not worried about sliding. He's not worried about protecting himself. He's worried about getting yardage. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got to start figuring out what these blocking schemes are and finding ways to defeat them.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First and 10 now for Clemson.
Check 26, check 26.
They begin with Henry. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here's Cooper, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
And attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. Offense as they take over. The Hurricanes, barring a late collapse, looking more and more like they're going to be playing for a national championship next week as they start on this drive 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. He finds an opening past the 40. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. It's a pickup of 5. Brings up 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They'll get 4 out of that, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Flushed out right. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards on the play. The Hurricanes now with a 1st and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's caught. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Hurricanes. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Hurricanes add on to their advantage. This is really something. For a guy that had 0 touchdown passes in 4 years, heck, 0 passes in 4 years, period. He's come through with 5 touchdown strikes in this semifinal. And there was a lot of talk about maybe them simplifying this offense. Well, forget that. He's done everything that Marcus Washington had done previously and then some. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
70, Indy.
On 1st down, Jewell. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive. $12 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
Back to throw is Cooper. Operating from the gun. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. Now Cooper to throw on 2nd down. And almost intercepted. If he could have picked it, maybe some space to go the other way. Instead, it's 3rd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter. 16
yards, a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays. They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. That number is...
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a first down. The Hurricanes now with a 1st and goal. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
This will be caught just inside the 10. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right? And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Isaiah Streets. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And this offense continues to pour it on. Extra point safely through, and that will extend this big lead. So following the touchdown, here's the Miami kick team to send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Clemson now with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Cooper. And he will find his man on the outside. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset. Back to throw. Cooper. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Looking to throw. Cooper. To the right side and complete to Thomas. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. So thanks to, if you can believe it, 6 touchdown passes in the first college start for their senior quarterback, the Miami Hurricanes are moving on to play for a national championship on Monday, January the 7th.
I'm really proud of you.
Thank you, sir.
That was a gutsy performance out there tonight. You took us to a national championship when nobody, and I mean nobody, expected you to. And for what it's worth, I'm really glad you stayed 4 years ago.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Yeah, baby, we going to the chip. Whew. One more game, baby.
We got this, man.
Oh, yeah. Football is my life, man. But you got to stay grounded in what's important. So I got a little surprise for you.
Isaiah!
Em, looking good, Emily. Oh, and I'm loving this hat.
Thank you.
Oh.
Absolutely. Is that magenta? Fuchsia? What color is that?
Okay. Hey, I bet he'd probably be good at off the board, huh?
Yeah.
Look, Emily has the best games.
Okay. If you had a unicorn, would you want its mane to be purple or pink?
Well?
Well, these are both tough, but good options. I'm gonna do pink, no question. Definitely pink.
Pink, no question. No, look. You see, look, you don't pick from the options given. All right, the game is in the name. Off the board. Now it's clicking. Okay, look, if I had a unicorn, I'd have a mane that matches its horn. Silver.
I'd go with onyx.
Onyx. Okay. I told you, she's a pro.
Hey, how are you? Todd Atwood. I'm Emily's dad.
Hi.
Can I talk to you for a second? She's too shy to ask, but Emily wanted to know if you could do something for her in the national championship game.
Yeah, of course. Anything.
She wanted you to throw 3 touchdowns.
3? I thought I said 4.
4 touchdowns.
Oh.
Is that okay?
Well, 4 touchdowns is a lot.
Yeah, but how can you turn down this face? Look at that.
But I'll see what I can do.
Yes.
Don't worry. He'll do it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's great to see you again.
Great to see you too.
It's nice to meet you, Emily.
You too.
All right.
We're days away from the national championship game, and there is one big question on everyone's mind. Can lightning strike twice? Last week, we saw a quarterback with no game day experience lead his team to victory in the college football playoff semifinal. Kyle, is this kid good enough to win a championship?
Nah, not at all.
That's it?
No, that's it. But hold on. I don't think he has to be. And let me tell you what I mean. There is so much talent on that team on both sides of the ball. Manage the game. Don't make the big mistake. I think they have a real shot. I do.
Kyle, we don't like managers of the game here at this table. Very boring, just like your shirt. I feel you, but I disagree. The team has a ton of talent, but they're going to need this dude to make some plays. They're not going to win if they hand the ball off 50. Times.
You two be nice. You, Peter Schrager, do you think he'll rise to the challenge?
I do, as long as the pressure doesn't get to him.
Yeah, for real. He's about to feel that pressure. Listen, there's a lot of weight on this dude's shoulders right now. He wins this game, he punches his ticket to the NFL. He loses, and we'll see, I guess.
And then if you're a coach, how do you handle this? What do you say to a kid that has so much to lose on that field?
Hey, can I talk to you a minute?
Yeah, sure, Coach.
You know, I know it's hard to shut out all the noise. And it's a lot of pressure. The only thing that we can control is what's right in front of us. And what's right... in front of us is a game of football. Same rules as always. So you got to take a step back. All right? You got to breathe it in. You find a way to appreciate this moment. This and everything gets real quiet. All right? So breathe. Take it in. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about.
I got you, Coach. Yeah, thanks.
Good.
Yeah, yeah.
We crown a champion tonight here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara for the College Football Playoff National Championship game, as we'll see the Oregon Ducks taking on the Miami Hurricanes. One game to decide it all. It's the College Football Playoff National Championship, and off we go from Levi's Stadium. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. He's 1-0 as a collegiate starter, but now the pressure rises big time as the Hurricanes come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 13 yards on the game's opening play. But Charles, the success that this quarterback had in the semifinal, how does it translate here?
Well, it certainly helps his mindset because he has to have a lot of confidence going into this one since he did it so well in the semifinals. I do think we'll see a similar kind of offense. They'll find places for him to take his shots, and especially you have to when you've got a weapon like Streets on the outside.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Running here with Stallings. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done. When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
But that takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
He'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Simmons. And he will take this in for a Miami touchdown. And that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
The point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So following the touchdown, here's the Miami kick team to send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback. 25-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10, Oregon. Now this is Keller. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. The Oregon Ducks looking for that elusive first national title. Of course, they've been in the National College Football Playoff before behind Marcus Mariota following the 2014 season. And they beat Florida State that year before falling 42-20 in the championship game. 11 yards there, 1st down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, they're natural. The tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Going to go with Keller here. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run with Keller. They find some open field here. And he is into the end zone for an Oregon touchdown. Devin Keller, 40 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Hurricanes offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Nikhil Simmons with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And his guys have taken the lead. Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So following the touchdown, here's the Miami kick team to send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 15 line. 15 line. Jump.
They go play action here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Hurricanes add on to their advantage.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The offense for the Ducks set to take over for their next possession. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. Here's the Miami offense ready to go for their next possession. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Charles, we talked in this. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there on third down. 47 yards. If you were with us for the semifinal, we told the story. I mean, this is a quarterback who was heavily recruited out of high school 4 years ago. On signing day, had all the hats in front of him. People weren't sure where he was going to go. So many different offers. Wound up here, and it hasn't been the script he probably would have written. But what a storybook ending this could turn out to be if they can take care of business in this title bout. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Isaiah Streets. They'll look to throw here on first down. He fights him off. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they're going to measure revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
So possession goes over.